Hello, all you wonderful people, and welcome. We're getting right into it to the F1 Debrief podcast. Welcome. Mexico Grand Prix.
Oh,
All right, ratings out of 10. Ratings out of 10 on the Grand Prix.
um, a 10. I'll give it like a 6.5.
Whoa, that's
Oh,
high for me.
that's
Really?
high.
That's high for me.
Just because there weren't any fights at the front doesn't mean that all the fights in the middle of the pack just become insignificant.
That's true. There was no entertainment in it for it. It was just like
Bro,
I give
what is up with
No,
your ratings?
I give it a
dude?
4 out of 5.
4?
Sorry.
Wait, oh, I
No,
thought
I'm
it was
sorry.
out of 10.
4
Wait, I
out of
thought it was
10.
out of 10.
I was gonna say 2 out
Okay.
of 5, but
I want to
Wait
do.
a
I
minute.
like out of 10. I feel like out of 10. I like out of 10.
okay. Well, then it would be a 4 out of 10 for me.
4 out of 10.
It was just so I had I had to pull myself in to watch it, and it was just not fun.
I know. I
What? I thought it was pretty interesting to watch.
I think I almost fell asleep at some point.
I think the majority of the F1 community also says like a 2 out of 5 or 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm leaning around Kevin. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Whoa, 6?
Yeah.
At first I was leaning towards a 4. I was. But I feel like for it to be a 4, like I feel like it's gotta be
Like it has
worse
to be
than
like
that.
last year's.
Just like no entertainment.
For it to
Like
be like a
nothing.
2,
There was
it
a
has to be
few-
like last year's Belgium Grand Prix.
Yeah, there was a few moments that I enjoyed. There's a
See,
few
like I
moments
can't
in
remember
there.
anything that happened in this race besides Max getting this record, and
But
that was like
Max got his
there was
record.
no-
Daniel, he did well this race.
Daniel, yeah,
What
we
is it?
got Daniel's
Okay,
got the
there's
highlight.
Alonso, he was doing good until he DNF'd.
Yes.
Was it Alex Albon did pretty good? Who else? Joe, he did pretty good as well. He was fighting with Vettel for a little bit.
There was a few good moments. I agree. It definitely was not the best race. There wasn't like, I guess, as much that we would have wanted, but there was a few moments where you got to give it some credit. I feel like a 40%. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I'm mixed. Like I get it though. I get it, Jared. I get it. I'm not hating on you for it. I get it. Jared's just a more finesse critique, you know. He's got more fine taste in racing.
No, I don't think that at all. I just think if I'm gonna give, okay, maybe I'm a little biased because I do you know Dave Portnoy?
Yes.
Ever watch his pizza reviews?
Yes.
Okay, so you know how he gives like his scores?
You're
I try to do
basing
that same.
racing
Oh,
off
no.
pizza reviews?
Oh, no. What I'm saying is I take the philosophy where if I'm gonna give like a really high score, it's gotta be something like
It's gotta earn it.
you have to watch.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think a 6.5 is very high.
Yeah, but like, okay, when I'm looking at like a 5 score, like
I can see it
Well,
too.
but the
like,
thing is, it's not out of 5. You have to remember, it's out of 10.
I know, but I'm saying like normally when I think of this, I think of like out of 5. It's 2 out of 5, like it's pretty simple. You're like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not like whoa,
Yeah.
like a 40.
A
40
2.5
standard,
is still pretty bad. Like if you go
I know.
to freaking if you go look at restaurants, you're not gonna pick a 2.5 star.
Oh, I know.
restaurant.
I know. Like when you look at a 2 out of 5 compared to a 4 out of 10, I think the 2 out of 5 looks a little less worse than the 4 out of 10.
Okay, I agree with
I
that.
don't know. This probably hurts my case.
No, I could see that. I agree with that. I don't know. I just because the proportionates are less, so it's like
Yeah.
2 is only 3
All
from
numbers.
5, where
Like, oh, it's just
4
a
is
5.
6 from 10. So
I mean, they're both the same percentage.
agreed. But I just 2. Yeah, and I can see where the 2 out of 5 looks better than a 4 out of 10. But yeah, I think it's for me it's somewhere in the 60% range.
Yeah.
I like 6 out of 10. There's a few moments that brought it up there. I think for me it was Danny Rick. Danny Rick had the performance we've all been waiting for.
I mean, last race it kind of clicked, but he actually strung two good performances back to back.
Yeah, no, he did. Um, yeah, and it's so I was shocked because he goes in, he's fighting Yuki, um, and he just decides to dive bomb in on Yuki, and Yuki gives me such a laugh with everything he responds with. Dude, that little guy is so aggressive. If you heard
Ah,
I
his
mean,
team radio,
I also don't think Daniel really dive bombed Yugi.
no, he didn't dive bomb, but
Okay.
no.
it was definitely his fault.
Yeah,
Definitely
he
his
got a little
fault.
too close. He got a little too close.
Yeah, he was a little over aggressive. But
Russell needs to be taking notes.
dude, yeah, I keep seeing those memes everywhere. It's like you want to do good, and then it's like Russell take notes on Ricardo. Um, but no, he was in 12th place. Daniel crashes into Yuki, ends his race. So he got a 10-second penalty, and this was with like 20 laps to go.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then
something like that.
he battles all the way up to 7th, and has a 12-second gap, I think, next to Ocon. So he keeps his 7th place after his 10-second penalty. So the guy just like, dude, he found the pace, man. He just kept passing everybody.
And he beat Lando.
Yeah, he did. Is
Lando
this
finished ninth.
is this the
Yeah.
first time all season?
I want to
Oh,
say
it's not the first.
I feel like it's like your second or third time. I want to say I'm not too sure. Yeah,
Gosh,
I feel
man.
like it's the
definitely not the
second.
first. Yeah,
But man, that's not that many
yeah.
times at all.
I was kind of surprised because McLaren decided to let Daniel through to see how far he could get up
Yeah,
the pack.
yeah,
They let him pass Lando Norris, which they usually don't do, and it
yeah.
ended up working out in the end.
Yeah, his race engineer is like, huh, who knew all you need to do is just go faster? And I was just like, what? Okay.
Put a fire under his ass.
What?
It's put a fire under his ass.
Yeah. No, it was good to see. Because unfortunately, Daniel is no longer going to be on the F1 grid.
Nope.
Because do you guys think there have been heavily rumors? And actually, I just saw another one that, um, on, I think, what is it? Today's Monday. On Friday, Hulkenberg is supposed to be announced that he's going to be moving to Haas.
Really?
Yeah, there's been a ton of rumors
I
that
can
Haas are
see that
finalizing the
happening,
comment.
but I also can't see it happening at the same time.
Didn't you have a huge rivalry with Ricardo?
Yeah, don't you remember the moment? Suck my balls, mate. Do you remember
I
that?
I don't remember it, but
You've
I
gotta
know
watch
they had a
it.
little bit. They
Yeah.
got into a little bit of a thing.
No, it was
don't know. Can you put a little clip in that, like when you're editing this?
I'll clip it right here. No.
A
No,
little
yeah.
clap.
Clap. No, yeah, it was Kevin Magnussen was doing an interview, and then Hulkenberg, I think it was, Magnussen crashed into Hulkenberg or whatever. And then Hulkenberg came behind him during the interview and made a cheeky comment. And then Kevin just goes, "Suck my balls, mate." It was the
Oh,
dumbest, just funniest comment in the moment. Yeah, no, I'll have to put a clip of that. It's pretty funny. But Kevin has also he's been open and stated that he'd be happy to work with Hulkenberg. So it seems like they'll be okay. You know,
yeah.
I was kind of surprised to see him back on the grid. I actually didn't think we would see him again.
I mean, he's been wanting to get back onto the grid. Just he's not young anymore. And all the teams are looking for younger drivers now.
Do you think
Yeah.
they'll sign him for a longer contract?
Remember?
I personally couldn't see anything over 3 years.
Agreed.
I think at max two.
I would put like a 1 year contract with him.
I would.
Realistically, it's probably gonna be a one, but I think it's gonna be like a one.
Probably gonna.
I
I
think it's gonna be
mean,
like a
he's
two.
gonna want two. I feel like he'd
Oh,
get two.
yeah. I mean, yeah. As a driver, you're gonna try to, I think, get as many as you can.
Yeah.
I
Like
could.
I mean, who knows? He's definitely been racing like through subsects or whatever. But
Yeah.
you think he'll be better than what he previously did in F1?
I mean, he
He
wasn't
was on
bad.
Renault last, and now he's on
Yeah.
Haas. So, I mean,
Yeah.
supposedly.
I agree. He definitely wasn't bad. I think there's potential for him to definitely be better than Mick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
Mick
think
just crashes too much.
yeah, that is the thing that I think Haas is considering is it's the fact that Mick crashes so much, and they're not small crashes, they're big crashes that cost a lot of money. Because I think what is he? How many chassis changes has he had this year? Like
Gosh,
I
I
know
don't
at
know.
least one.
A
Was it like
few,
two?
probably.
Yeah,
I remember at the
and I
beginning
remember
of the
the
year
first
they sat him out.
exactly. Yeah,
Oh, the Monaco one, right?
yeah, because
No,
he
it was
crashed.
was it Monaco?
That was the
No,
one
it
where
wasn't.
he crashed in practice and then they just decided not to race.
Oh, maybe it was that one.
No, he got rushed to the hospital in the race after that. They also didn't race
Okay.
him because they didn't want to
He
risk
crashed in
more.
I think that was the
Q3.
one Monaco where they rushed him. Was it?
Oh, it
Uh,
wasn't. It was like it was some like Singapore or
No, it couldn't have been Singapore.
oh,
Singapore is recent.
yeah,
I'll look it up. You
it
guys
was
keep
early.
chatting and then
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
it just
curious.
they cost so much. Like I remember that the first crash, they were kind of frustrated because they planned on bringing upgrades, but
Yeah.
or at least a upgrade, but since he's crashed so many times and costs the team so much, especially with this budget cap now, it's kind of hard to keep the upgrades going.
Oh, totally. I think that's why we've seen kind of such a big dip in the team where we
Yeah.
haven't like because they were looking good at the beginning of the season, you know, in terms
Oh
of
yeah.
at least Kevin. But then obviously, you know, they've got to still keep both cars in the running, and that takes away
Hmm.
from the performances.
is it Baku? This one
Baku,
right?
was it?
I don't know.
I've confirmed Baku is my favorite track to race in.
Really?
Yes, I think
I
it's a
think
very
that
fun track.
It's still
was
your favorite?
I've recently
would
picked up F1 2021 again or 2022 again. So
oh really?
I've been racing, yeah.
Uh,
I know you don't have a wheel, Jared, but you could always if you have the game, we could always play. But I want to
Have a
do
controller.
oh, there you go. The controller is great. But yeah,
Yeah.
I want to do some races in the future and we'll post them to the channel or
we
whatnot.
can do
Um,
2021 because I don't have 2022.
You don't?
so
No,
What? I thought you got it.
no, I
was
never got it. I
Oh
thought
Monaco.
about getting
my
it, but
gosh.
then when it came out, everyone was talking about all the bugs. I'm like, okay, I
Bro,
won't
it's
get
so
it.
different. The grip, you're screwed.
That's another thing.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want I don't want to put that much time into a game.
Anyways, yeah, I don't remember if it was Baku.
It was Monaco. He
Okay,
sat out in the Azerbaijan. I don't know how
That's
to pronounce
Baku.
it.
yeah.
Azerbaijan. Gosh, I'm like a
Yeah.
native.
You sure?
Dude, I remember Monaco. I remember he crashed. I think it was
Oh
in.
no, not that
I
part.
thought he crashed in Q3, so they couldn't put in a new driver because
Oh, it is. Okay, it is
yeah,
It is
Azerbaijan is
okay.
Baku.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm great at tracks.
It's I think Spa is my favorite Belgian Grand Prix.
Race, yeah, it's
Dude,
pretty
That's like
fun.
my favorite track to race on.
okay, but when I said this, I mean like race personally.
Yeah. No, like that's mine.
Okay. Have you raced it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On what game?
Forza.
Okay.
I put so many hours in that.
Oh, really?
I
Dude.
did a so was it Forza? It was the one with the new Ford GT on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it was Forza. Sorry, Forza 7. That was the latest one.
Gotcha.
The Porsche on it. I put I don't know how many hours, but I finished the whole campaign,
Holy
and
moly.
then
Yeah.
at one point I bought like the NASCAR pack because I wanted to just keep playing it. And I did a full 500 lap race
On controller?
on
Damn.
controller.
You're
Dude, it's so
kidding.
bad. And I think the settings were like too easy because it was just lapping cars. I mean, It was fun in the first like 20 laps, and then it just
For
yeah.
5, dude. I mean, after like I did it as a kid. I raced on controller. Me and my old buddy
Mhm.
would do Forza, but we would drive backwards and then just crash into
Oh
everybody.
yeah, of
And we
course.
thought it was the funniest crap ever. Where we're dying, but after racing
Mhm.
on a wheel, I could never go. Like I don't even know how you did that for 500 laps. That sounds like absolute torture.
Yeah, I know it was
I feel like, oh my goodness, gosh,
yeah.
no, never. I
Well,
don't,
I paused it like halfway through because it took me like 2.5 hours to
dude.
get
Yeah,
through half of
no
it.
kidding. Holy
And
Yeah.
moly.
luckily, it was like I was like I'm gonna turn my Xbox off and I'll come back later. Like the next day, I signed in on my Xbox and the race was still like paused where I was at. I was like, oh okay, like
I'll
I
just
guess I'll
finish
finish
it.
it.
Jeez.
I'll just
Yeah,
keep going
I got an
along with it.
achievement for it, and um, but no, it was a
500
fun game.
laps. Holy.
That's funny. Yeah, I could do that. I could not do it, but I can't. Ever since racing F1 cars, I hate racing any other car. Any other
Really?
racing
Really,
car. Dude, yeah, it like
That just
annoys
means you're bad at driving.
it, and no, it just annoys the crap out of me.
Why?
because you're
Because you don't
going
have enough
slow.
downforce?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's so. I mean, Kevin, and Jared. It's just so different. It's like, and now the F122 has the road cars. They've got road cars on it. So
Oh
I'll
wow.
I'll race like the F1 car, and then they've got this whole My Life thing, and you can buy cars and whatnot. So I took out
Mm.
one of the like Aston Martins, and you drive it on the same track, but it's so different. It's not as fun to me.
You should just get the Valkyrie from Aston Martin. That's basically the same thing.
um, but anyways, where do we leave off? How did we get onto this tangent?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Did you guys like the F1 Mariachi theme song?
I liked that a lot.
Dude,
I
I
dig
thought it
it.
was
I also
great.
didn't pay attention
You
to it.
didn't hear it,
I think
Kevin?
no, because I watched the race after everything happened, so I just kind of skipped through
Gotcha.
and got to and just went straight to the start of the
No, I
race.
loved it, man. I thought it was an absolute bop. Um, I know there was a comment saying that they should do it for every race weekend. I think that's a little. I think it's a little much.
No, it would
That'd be
get
fun
played
though
out.
It would be
to
fun,
have
but
a theme song.
dude, it's like I don't even. I don't know. I enjoy the F1 theme song so much that I downloaded it on Spotify and I listened to the
Did
whole
you
three.
really?
I listened to the whole 3 minute track, bro. It was
Wow.
just.
So
I was just like.
that's dedication.
I
I
was
could
so
not listen to the whole
peaceful.
thing.
I was driving and I
Oh,
put both hands on the wheel. I was just like I was in my
I
mojo,
thought
man.
I thought you were listening to the normal one. I was like, I don't really like the normal one.
I was listening to the normal one.
He's talking about the normal one.
I thought you were talking about the mariachi one.
No, I
Uh,
mean I do to that one
Oh,
too.
the
But
normal one, I'm just kind of like, all right, it's what well, I
yeah,
think I'm used to like the
I was,
NFL theme songs.
yeah.
dude, really? The F1 theme
Dude,
song gives me goosebumps every time a race happens.
Really?
Yes, I don't know. It just like
no,
it gets me ready, man. I don't know.
that like CBS NFL football ringtone is on my phone. Like it is that gets me pumped.
See? Okay, it's the same thing for me. I just like
That's
F1
true.
better
That's
than
true.
football.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but I thought it was a good touch.
Have you ever tried racing with classical music on?
I
Classical
have
music.
not.
It's kind of fun. So it sounds super weird, but if you turn off all game audio and just put the classical music on,
All game audio?
all game audio. Yeah, that's why it's helpful to have the. I mean, steering wheel has the vibration, right?
Yes. Well, you could turn
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
off.
So okay, well, I'm just saying because you want some feeling.
Oh yeah, you definitely
And
yeah.
I was gonna
controller, like it's
say.
obviously superior than steering wheel because you get more feedback.
Totally,
Um,
totally.
you can tell by like the two little
Yeah,
motors and
when you're
the
oversteering, you could
yeah,
feel it in the
you
thumbsticks,
can
right?
tell.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can feel all the bumps in the road,
Okay.
all the puddles you can feel in the game.
Nice. Nice.
Um, that's why you turn off all the game volume and put on the classical music like Mozart,
Mm,
Beethoven, Sebastian Bach.
Bro,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
I
try it.
gotta. That's interesting. I don't. Not a huge
Yeah,
fan of that music, but what about like jazz?
That would work.
Jazz could work. I mean, I just think
Okay,
that the
I'll try
classical,
classical music first, and then I'll do jazz.
it feels more sophisticated. You know, F1's like a sophisticated sport. So you have to have music
Are you saying
development.
jazz isn't sophisticated?
Yeah,
It's
whoa,
pretty.
bro.
No,
It,
I'm
it's kind of it's
saying
kind
Whoa,
of
like
a hard
bro.
genre
Come on,
to play.
man.
I'm saying you could have jazz, or you can have classical music.
Whoa, he just upped your jazz,
Yeah.
Kevin. Well, you get me the rights to the music, and we'll post it on the channel.
Find some free ones. There's gotta be some free.
Pretty
But
classical
it's not the
music.
same as Beethoven.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
All right, how do we get over here? Let's
Yeah.
go back to the race.
We're waving off,
Very
dude.
big tangent.
I feel Alonso's getting butt cheeked out, dude. He has
Yeah,
so many mechanical problems.
Yeah, I think that's his main reason why he left.
Dude, I saw the video when he had the mechanic. Dude, he was angry.
What was that thing he said? And they compared it to after the race, where it was like someone said the exact same thing. Oh no, this season it was Max saying like, "Oh, this season," and then like, but he was exclaiming it like, "Oh, like yes, this season." And then Alonso was like, "Oh my gosh, like this season, like what a mess."
Oh,
He
they
said
were like
that right
comparing
before he
them.
what was it, like maybe like 5 laps right before he did DNF'd. Because he
okay.
felt something wrong with the car, I think. But then eventually, I think it was in the turn 3 or something like that. I forget exactly what it is.
And the weird
But
thing
he
is,
pulled off.
I feel like Ocon has not had very many. So it's like, what are they doing to
Especially compared
Alonso's?
to Alonso, it's a big
Yeah,
difference.
it's like, what are they doing so much to Alonso's car where it's ending up this bad for them? That's what, like, I don't understand.
Honestly, it gives Alonso flashbacks.
Yes, it does.
How'd we
But
do on our race predictions?
dude, I got, I don't even know what you want to call it, but I got the golden crown, man. I got all the predictions.
All three?
I got all three.
Yeah, all three.
I got all
Dude,
three.
I shouldn't have
In the
switched
same order?
Perez for Max. Dude. I shouldn't
Kevin,
have switched
you
it.
got 0.
I shouldn't have switched it. If I didn't switch it, I would have got a couple points.
So, all right. We'll go
Well,
with, so, all right. The Mexico GP predictions. Jared, you had Max in first, Lewis in second, and Carlos in third. So
You're so close.
you get 5 points. Kevin, you had
0.
Perez in first, Max in second, Sainz in third. So 0 points. I had Max in first, Lewis in second, and Checo in third. And just so I'm not mistaken, if we got all 3 right, we would get 10 points, correct?
Yeah,
That is what
it's
you
10
said.
points.
All right, I'm just double checking with
your own
the
rules
legislature. What?
The rules that you made up.
No, I didn't make. That was
We all
Jared's rule.
agreed
That
to
was
it.
Jared's
We all
rule.
agreed to it.
Yeah,
I came up with it, but we all agreed to it.
I agree. I was fine with it. I didn't think I'd get it.
But yeah,
honestly, I thought I was gonna get it this race.
Oh, I had no confidence in mine. I was just like, you know what, Perez, it's his home race. I might as well give it to him. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember.
No, there were a lot of people pushing for him.
You texted in the middle of the race. What were our race predictions? And I sent it. I was I'm feeling pretty good about mine.
But yeah,
well, there was at the point where I was watching it. It was the exact order that I had. It was like maybe midway race. I was like, okay, like this could hold off. I thought that Ferrari was gonna do a little more of like a one-stop strategy.
Yeah.
But no, that didn't work out for me.
We'll talk about the Ferraris in a minute.
Ferrari, I completely forgot that their engine doesn't do good at high altitudes.
Bro, yeah, they were way off the pace, dude.
Yeah.
Whose doesn't?
Ferrari engines do not do good at high altitudes.
I have it here. So
forgot about that.
Yeah, obviously it was Max, Lewis, Checo, and then Russell. And then the next Ferrari, I don't know if it was Sainz or Leclerc, was 24 seconds off of Russell. at lap 47.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, they were
That's
far
off
off.
Russell. Like Mercedes isn't
Yeah.
that fast compared to the rest of the pack.
No, they were way off. I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like really confused. I thought they were going to be way closer. But I did not know that they did not do good in higher altitudes.
Yep.
So that's good to
You
know.
guys, are you guys shocked of how quickly Mercedes has turned it around?
No.
Yes and no.
Because I had originally thought that this would have been like a not like a tank season, but I didn't think they'd be up in the podium like consistently. I thought maybe they'd squeak in a couple, but they've had a couple back-to-back podiums
Oh,
now. Let's see.
totally. I feel
Uh,
like, and
yeah.
I actually thought they would have been up there quicker.
Getting quicker.
Yeah, not because, and I know I like Mercedes, but I just feel like they're a very like they are a resilient team, and
Mhm.
I feel like I expected them to, I guess, figure out the car better. And
That's true.
and this is typical Mercedes, but they've been saying it since day one. You know, we'll come back stronger, we'll come back faster.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I thought they would have you know, found whatever the problem was quicker. But no, they definitely, you know, stepped up their game, but
Yeah.
it may be too late,
Well,
man.
that was their problem. Their engineers weren't too familiar with using was it I forget that exact word, but using just the aerodynamics of their floor, and they just didn't
Mm,
really understand it until obviously later
way
on to the
later.
Mhm.
season.
Yeah.
And now that they understand their car and how it works, they've really put some good upgrades onto that car.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. No, they're doing good. How many podiums have they had?
You know what? I'm looking at this and I'm kind of eating my own words right now because Hamilton the first race got third.
Yeah,
And then Russell, you know, he had that like stretch
Are
where
you
he
talking
had
about Bahrain?
top five.
yeah.
Huh?
He
But
barely
but
Yeah,
squeaked
he
in.
got Bahrain.
that's because Red Bull had problems though.
Yeah,
Okay, it's still a podium though.
Agreed, agreed,
podium's a
agreed,
podium.
agreed.
Yeah. Russell was third in Australia, third in Spain, third in Azerbaijan or Baku. I can't even pronounce it. Canada, Hamilton got third. Same with Great Britain or Silverstone. Okay, so he had Canada, Silverstone, Austria. He had uh, three third places. Then he had two back-to-back second place from France and Hungary. Then nothing from all the way till the U.S. Grand Prix where he got second, and then Mexico got second.
Oh, so this is Lewis. He's had 7 podiums.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
shocking. I don't know why. Kind of sneaky stat. I don't know why
Well,
that's
and I
sneaky, but
mean, not that Mercedes hasn't been the conversation, but for the longest time, it has always been Ferrari and Red Bull.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like, even though it happened in the moment, like when we think back to this season, like we kind of forget about it for sure. But they've got 2 races. Toto came out saying we're going for the race win. I don't know if they'll get it though, man. Don't know if they'll get
Oh,
it.
dude. I
Maybe
mean,
not.
Max is gonna try to push his record further and further. So
I think Max, even though I'm not going to predict that he's going to win next race, you already know who I'm going to predict. I think he will win the next races.
I think you have to put him like he's just the betting favorite.
Oh, totally,
Yeah.
totally.
I mean, he was so consistent in Mexico. He set
Bro,
122s almost
Mm.
every
yeah,
single
I
lap.
saw that
Oh,
post. F1 made. I think he did set on the second stint. He set 122s on the mediums.
yeah, he did.
He had a
He
killer
matched.
stint.
He matched his pace on of. He matched his pace of the softs on the mediums.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I didn't actually think, because at first I thought Mercedes might have a better tire strategy. Because, and then again, I don't know exactly how good the tires are, but I didn't think the mediums could go that far.
I don't think anyone did, but Max really nursed him.
Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
he killed it. Um, I'm trying to figure out when he pit.
Well, I think they were supposed to last about 45 to 50 laps, but he stretched the lifespan of his softs to like, was it around 20, lap 21 or something like that? 22,
So he
25?
pit lap 25,
There you
and it was a 71 lap
go.
race.
Yep.
So that's
So he went.
46 laps on the mediums.
Yep. And those were used softs too.
His first ones?
Yep. What do you mean his
Oh,
first ones?
are you talking about
It was only
mediums or the softs?
the softs. Those were used softs. I think he used them for qualifying.
Okay, gotcha. No, yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he killed it. He killed it. Um, yeah, he did good. I thought, yeah, I thought Mercedes might actually like. I thought they would have had a decent strategy, but then again, like the hards did not click.
Yeah, they just didn't hook up, and it was too late because if Russell did pit for the softs or mediums that he did want, he was gonna lose time to
Yeah,
Perez.
yeah, yeah. Russell ended up he did pit at the end to get the fastest lap, which I think he did get. Which I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you can get the extra point, but where are the driver standings? So yeah, I don't even know what Russell's. He's gonna get fourth, but that's about it. So I guess he's at 231, and then Charles is at 275. Because I think he was in contention with Carlos, but
Yeah,
with their pace, they kind of fell off. So now
yeah,
it's
it's true.
George's fourth, Lewis's fifth. Did you guys see Lewis talked about extending his contract with Mercedes?
Yeah, he
He,
said he's not done for a while, right?
yeah, I
Dude,
saw that he thought about it, but I'm like, damn.
I think I see another Fernando Alonso happening.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Dude,
But
and
he's
I
still so good. He's still got
oh totally,
he's on a good team still too. Not
totally.
that Fernando's not, but uh, I think the team really makes a difference.
Dude, and that's the thing, like it's been his entire life since he was like two. So
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
definitely a hard thing to give up on. And especially, he is still one of the talented drivers on the grid. So it's like,
Mhm.
why stop now? Just keep the pressure going. It's only going to get closer next year. Um so who knows,
Yeah.
but so it's looking like Mercedes would be Mac or sorry, Lewis and Russell for a while, I think.
Oh, totally.
probably. Yeah, at least for the next couple years.
I guess my question is, where if Ricardo can come back, where could he go?
And,
I think it'd be interesting to see him on AlphaTauri.
Oh,
I
I mean,
mean, I don't know if
I don't
it's like
know.
the
I don't
the
know how he fit
competing.
in, but I can see
I
it.
mean, we can break it down. He won't be on Mercedes. He won't be on Red Bull. He won't be on McLaren.
Yeah,
He won't be
I
on
mean, why wouldn't he be in Red Bull?
as a driver.
Yeah,
I
Dude,
just think they'd get rid of Checo.
yeah. They'd eventually get rid of
Checo's like
Checo.
solid.
No, I'm
He's not
saying
gonna
like,
win.
no, I know. I'm not saying that they're gonna get rid of him, but like if Checo just decide to retire
okay, but
at the
let's
end of his
Oh,
say let's
contract,
say in 2020 it would be
I think,
4,
yeah,
because obviously he can't race next year. There's no opening. Um,
mm.
Checo's contract doesn't end until 2024.
yeah.
No,
So
I
it'd be
could
like
honestly see him being kind of done with it
Checo?
after. Yeah,
Dude,
I
he's
feel
not
only
that
like
I'm
he's
looking at it like he's got that personality where like Vettel, where he's just like, okay, I've done like the dance, I've done a lot. I don't need to do more.
32, man.
well, Vettel's only
Yeah,
like that
but
because he's not winning.
that's
If
true.
Vettel was in contention for at least consistent points, I think he'd stay.
But another thing is Vettel and Checo both have families. They're
That's
both
true.
married. They both have kids. I brought this up early in the season, and this is not bagging on Lewis, but like he doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have any
Yeah.
kids. Granted, he's got so many other things. Like
He has a dog.
he does have a dog. But
Oh,
he's a
Can't
super
forget
busy man,
that.
so like there's obviously other routes to go to.
mhm.
But I think if he were to like something that would pull him away, I think would be if he had a family. Because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that that's a big thing. You don't want to. Racing takes up a lot of your time, so you do end up missing a lot of family time with your kids and your wife. So it's definitely a valid reason, and I could definitely see that out of Checo
Yeah.
potentially retiring. But that's not. I mean, I guess he could retire early. Like I guess Red Bull could be an option, but
I just don't. I don't know. It'd be weird to have him go back.
well, that's the whole thing.
But it though,
He left Red Bull, and I feel like Red Bull is such a strict team, and I mean, even now they're still like struggling to find someone who can keep up with Max. So my whole thing is, he left literally because they were putting their efforts into Max.
Mm.
So it's like, do they?
yeah, but he's gotten to the point where he's like, oh, I want to drive in a good car now.
Totally.
Like he,
Yeah. I
Totally.
think Checo's smarter than most. Um, he's not. I wouldn't say smarter. He doesn't. I don't think he has as much ego as some of the other F1 drivers, and he can put aside that and be, a good team player. Of course, there was some instances in the season where he was like, "Okay, guys, we need to talk." Like,
Very true.
was it?
Totally.
Was it after? No, before Monaco.
Now I remember what you're talking
Um,
about.
yeah, and then he won the next race, but I just think he doesn't want to be looked at secondly. Like, what I mean. I don't know.
he just wanted fair
Um,
treatment at the time
yeah,
because
yeah, fair treatment, and I think he's getting that. Like, he's
yeah,
still competing really well. Um, I don't
Yeah,
think he really has that need to like dethrone Max. I know he can't. So
yeah. It's hard when you have such a good driver like Max. Like
yeah,
literally, no one has been on the pace. Maybe Charles at the very beginning of the season for a few races, but
yeah.
even then, like,
even outpacing him though.
yeah, oh, totally. It's just he's been on another level. But I mean, at least for Ricardo, I don't think obviously McLaren's not going to be another option. I don't think Alpine would take him back, considering they could have taken him back now.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
whole
who knows?
thing.
Maybe they get desperate.
That's true.
No, I don't
That's
think so. Because you have to think about it. They have Oscar Piastri. Unless he just absolutely tanks, they're not going to be looking for
no,
another
no. We're
driver.
we're talking about Alpine, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
the
don't have
DeVries.
Oscar.
DeVries is Williams.
No, De Vries is Alpha Tauri. Oscar is
Oh, okay.
McLaren.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah. Wait. What's who's an
Gasly is
Alpine?
Alpine.
Oh yeah, yeah,
With
yeah. I forgot.
Oh,
I
you
mixed
guys are
everything up. I mixed
jumbling my
everything up.
mind, bro. I'm like,
I
what
mixed
the
everything up.
hell
Yeah.
are you
Because
guys listening
yeah,
to?
oh, because
I
all the
forgot about
photos you
McLaren.
see of DeVries, he has that Williams Mercedes
Dude,
shirt
he's
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got Williams, Aston Martin, Mercedes.
He's
He's
everywhere.
got
I mean, to be
everything.
fair, he's the test driver and the backup driver for like 3 teams.
Yeah. Um yeah, so it's Gasly and Ocon at Alpine.
Yeah, like Gasly
And
just signed, and
but that's
I
the
mean,
thing. I think both of them are on multi-year contracts.
they are, but they do have a pass. I knew they said that they'd be fine with it, but we'll see how that turns out. We'll see.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, and we'll see if Daniel, I guess whatever his mind changes, like if he'd be willing to go to a lower team just to race.
I mean, he
Yeah.
said no.
Well,
Otherwise, he would have picked
maybe he
up.
needs to
Otherwise,
join
he would
that
have picked up
team.
that Williams or probably or AlphaTauri
Yeah. So at
or I
Alpha
mean Haas
Tauri, it's Yuki and
and Nick DeVries.
and is Yuki? He's just got one more year, correct?
As of right now, yeah, I
So
don't
I
think he
mean,
signed anything.
I guess that could be a potential
How long do
opportunity.
you think Botas would stay in F1?
Good question.
So I think I
What
think
as long as
if
he's
I don't
competitive
I
still.
don't see him retiring soon, but
He's
what about
33. He's older than Checo.
yeah, he's got a girlfriend,
Yeah, he
but
does have a
they're
girlfriend.
not married.
No, did you guys know that Valtteri Bottas is actually divorced? He had a
No, I
Oh
did not.
he
wow.
had a wife. I know, fun fact.
Is it the hairline?
Oh
Whoa!
my.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Oh
Oh
my
man,
Damn.
gosh.
he
Yeah,
looks so
dude.
much older because of that.
Agreed.
No.
Agreed. But bro, he's got the facial hair, bro. He's got
No,
the full
he's
beard.
one of my favorite drivers on the grid. But I mean, oh yeah.
Harsh, man. Harsh.
Sorry, oopsie.
Harsh,
No
man. My
go.
I
boy.
know. I will never hear this. So
That's well, wow, damn. Just throwing the ass at God, Jared, man. We're gonna have to fire your
okay,
ass.
okay.
Um, I mean that's a good question. Alpha Tower or Alpha Romeo is kind of still up, if depending on I guess how Joe does,
Uh,
and
I think their lineup is pretty solid,
I
honestly,
agree
because we
too.
got
I mean I
Botas
like
and
both of them.
Joe. I mean, consider they has China been confirmed for next year? I forget.
Dude, I feel like China's gonna be up in the air till
Oh,
we get there because of all the COVID
Yeah,
stuff. Because I've heard they've been really strict,
that's true.
rightly
Yeah,
so, dude. I mean,
I mean, yeah, they've been waiting on that, and because of that, I don't think they're gonna they're going to get rid of Joe, and Joe's been doing pretty good, so they really have no reason to get rid of
yeah.
either of their drivers.
totally.
It's big market space too.
Yeah.
And then let's see what's next. Aston Martin, Lance Stroll's not gonna get moved,
No.
and then
Unless,
Just waiting for Alonso.
I mean,
they
yeah,
just signed Alonso, so
but that's for a
we'll
2-year
see.
contract, I think. Because that was the whole thing. He was looking actually for a multi-year contract.
Alonso?
Yeah, I think that
Wow.
was partially why he signed at Aston Martin.
Yeah, that was another reason. Yeah. Let's
Um,
see. We got a
looking it
Haas.
up.
Haas. Daniel didn't seem too excited to join because they're a little bit lower onto the on this the constructor standings.
Yeah. What if Kevin retires and then we've got Hulkenberg and Danny Rick again?
I don't think that's gonna happen. The chances of that
Didn't they
happening
also
are
had a little
slim to none.
also
I feel
butthead
like.
too, right?
Yes, I think Hulkenberg didn't like Danny Rick because he kind of came in and kind of did better than him.
Yeah.
And then Danny Rick was
Yeah.
also like Nico Hulkenberg and all that
Kinda-
crap. It kind of just teased him a little bit, which I think pissed him off. Uh-oh. Jared. Okay, we're good. We can hear you,
Oh,
Mike.
thought he went away.
It went
Oh.
quiet for a little bit.
Oh,
What did you say? You cut out.
I was gonna say I can totally remember that. I remember like
Oh,
vividly
yeah.
watching that
Dude, on the Drive to
like, on
Survive. Yeah, totally.
gosh, what was their head again? What's his name?
Cyril Atibul.
Surreal, yeah, Seville something. It's I don't know
Bro,
why I thought of Creole.
I loved him, bro. I really liked him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. And I just saw him on the Drive to Survive.
Kind of bugged me.
Yeah, really? I mean, I could get that too.
Yeah.
But I was kind of bummed how he left after Daniel left, and I don't know why. I never
Well,
really
the
looked
team.
into that.
I don't know.
Because he was French.
Yeah. Well, didn't Renault was changed over after that, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they went from Renault to Alpine, so I mean, I don't know, but yeah,
Could have been it.
honestly, yeah, that probably was it. But anyways, so Mexican GP Max, he officially secures most wins in the history of a season with 14, and he also secures the most points scored in a season ever. With
Yeah, you have to put a little asterisk next to that though, because there's more
season's
races
not
in the
over,
season.
yeah.
Agreed. And he actually mentioned that. He said he didn't really
Yeah.
care because he said, there are more races in this season.
Yeah, I feel like Max doesn't really care about records. He just cares about
No,
the championship, honestly.
No.
But he's already won that, so
he's won everything, man.
I don't think a little bit in him cares about that.
I mean, he probably does. He's like, "Oh, this is cool," but he's not like. I don't think he was
He
like
just
going. For
he
it.
comes off as just
Yeah.
cool, calm, like like it is what it is. He's like, yeah, it is cool, but he's like,
Yeah.
he doesn't gloat
Yep,
in
but
it.
he's like, "Oh, you have to look at the bigger picture."
He's humbled.
Especially when he like realized he had won the race. He's like, "Oh, I won!" Or no, won the
Championship.
yeah, won the championship.
Yeah,
I
he
mean, to be
laughed about
fair,
it.
everyone was confused about that one, honestly.
Yeah. No, that one was a funny one. Let's see. Anything else of the Mexican Grand Prix?
I want to move on from it.
Wow,
That
man, you're 4 out of 10.
miserable race.
Miserable race.
It was abysmal.
I thought it
Abysmal.
was pretty
Wow,
fun to
dude,
watch.
Abysmal.
using harsh vocabulary over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to explain what that means to people for our little viewers. Um, Lewis Hamilton is now an honorary citizen in Brazil. You guys hear
Wow.
about that?
What?
I
Yes,
think I
bro.
saw that.
This guy's getting citizenship everywhere he goes without even. Yeah, he literally just got an honorary citizenship. Um,
Does that
and
mean he pays taxes there?
maybe that's probably why they did it. All right,
That'd be messed up.
Brazilian GP predictions.
Need the odds? I think I sent them to you guys, but I
Let's
can read them
read
off
the
so the
odds.
listeners.
Reads the odds. Give us the odds.
All right, it's negative 225. That's the only one I'll do. Actually, I'll give you Charles. Charles is plus 550.
Can
And
you,
Lewis.
sorry, you got to explain these.
Okay,
I've always
sorry.
been confused when you have done this, but I allow you to do it.
So
I'm kidding.
you have, if you bet, you have to bet $225 to win $100 on Max Verstappen.
Okay.
If you bet $100 on Charles, you'll win $550. Lewis, you'll win 650 if you bet 100. And then Sergio's next, George is next, Carlos is next, Fernando, Lando, Valtteri, and I don't need
So
to
the
keep
lower
going.
you go, the more you'd get because it's
Yeah,
unlikely they would
Valtteri,
win.
dude, Valtteri is 50,000.
Bro,
Wow.
what the heck?
But
Fun
the chances
fact,
of
there
them
was
winning are very
very
slim.
slim. But dude, there was a guy, we're going off topic here, of the World Series on one of the games.
Oh, that's just back.
Was it such guy that won
This is the.
he won $100,000?
I thought it was more. Like a
Oh,
couple
no. Okay,
million.
no. I'm talking about a different situation. That guy, yeah, he bet. I think
Oh,
he bet $1 million, and then on the Astros winning, and then he won 17, right?
75.
Oh, okay. Maybe he bet 10 million and he won 75. Was that
Yeah.
the number? Oh yeah,
But
dude.
he spent so much on his business and gave away so much that he didn't win anything at all. It was like it netted it out.
Bro, and he's old as hell. But anyways, there was
Yeah.
another guy. He bet $100 that Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and like 3 other people would hit a home run that game, and they all hit a home run, and he won $100,000.
Wow.
He won $100,000
Oh my
from
gosh.
$100 bet. Yeah, like
Oh,
insane, dude. Anyways, now that we're talking about betting, all right.
so much in taxes.
So you had, what was it, Max Lewis Checo?
I'll read through it just again. No odds, but just All right. So it is Max, Charles, Lewis, Sergio, George, Carlos Sainz, and then Fernando. And it goes on.
Mm. All right, I think I got mine.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna roll with the same one I had last week.
So what are you going, Jared?
I'm doing Max, Lewis, Charles.
Okay. Max, Lewis, Charles. What about you, Kevin? Who do you have?
Max, Hamilton, Max Hamilton. I want to go. I want to say Leclerc, but I also want to say Perez at the same time because he's been good. I'll do Max Hamilton, Perez.
Okay.
Let me just. I'll do the one that I should have done.
I
I'll
feel
do your
like
guess from last week.
in terms of our betting or our predictions, we should go against Kevin whatever he does because he has statistically been wrong most of
Yeah.
the time.
Wait,
Um,
what did you say again?
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
The first time around I heard it, it sounded like very similar to mine.
It was, but
Is it the exact same?
to be fair, I feel like Kevin has been more of the curveball guy.
I have. I
So
just kind of throw things and see if
you
it sticks,
know,
and nothing's been sticking.
we're kind of going with the easy options here.
That's
No,
true.
I
In terms
always
of
just
first place,
Put Max first.
that's yes.
in terms of first
I
place,
always, I
second and
mean,
third can always vary.
yeah.
All right.
The
So
Alonso pick was the big
To be fair, like
curveball.
3 weeks in a row, I picked almost the exact order for the for qualities.
yeah, even good at the qualies. All right.
Next season we'll throw in a bonus point for that.
bonus, bonus point for quality predictions. Okay.
Just one.
Just one. Okay, I'm cool. I could agree with that. So I'm going Lewis, Max, and Checo. That's my top three.
Lewis first.
Dude, I have to.
I
It's
could see that. I could see
Brazil.
that. It is
Man, I
think
feel
Brazil.
like this
I wanted
guy.
to put
Lewis
I
is
wanted
gonna
to
get
put
us win
Hamilton
here.
first, but
I,
Max.
I said it earlier, bro. I think if there's one place, it's here.
That is
I
true.
think but after Brazil, no chance at Abu Dhabi. But
Yeah.
yeah, I said it earlier in the season. I think this is the
If
place if
Mercedes
it's
is
gonna
gonna win, it's
happen.
gonna be Brazil. That is true. I will agree with you on that one.
So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We will see if he extends his lead or his stat. Are we locked in? Locked in?
I'm ready.
Locked?
Yeah.
All right, we're locked, man. We are locked. All right. Any final thoughts? Final thoughts?
That should do it.
I feel like Ferrari's gonna finish up there, but let's see.
I guess that'll be
Oh,
it. What?
I'll do the shout outs again. So if you're if you're watching, make sure to subscribe. Doesn't take much. You gotta click the button. And actually, you gotta hit that bell notification. That's what all the YouTubers say, right?
Yes, man.
like that.
You got to do this every week. You know, don't forget to tell them to go follow the Instagram.
Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Some more.
All right.
Okay. Don't need to scratch the microphone. Yes, what Jared said. We appreciate you listening. Sorry for this podcast being a week late. It was Halloween, spooky.
Yep. Everyone got busy.
Everyone liked their costumes. So, yeah, go subscribe, follow, share the podcast. We very much appreciate it. Get it out to all new people, even if they don't like F1. Give it to your mom, give it to your dad. Tell them to listen. Go follow the Instagram page, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, dude.
Pinterest.
So many. What'd you say, Jared?
Pinterest.
I do not have a Pinterest, but that can be started if people will follow. Don't know what we'll post there, but maybe in the future.
No way.
We'll see.
No way, Mike.
Follow us on the Traeger app.
Traeger app?
The Traeger app, yeah.
Where did that come from?
You can follow people on that?
Yeah, you can post recipes.
Oh, yeah. We're going to post Formula One recipes.
Bro.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, anyways. Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you in the next podcast. Peace.
Yup.
Bye-bye.
See ya.